Alrighty guys, what's going on? CharTang the Bearded Gamer here, and welcome back to the final part of this Resident Evil 6 Let's Play. This isn't going to be a Let's Play. I've recorded some of the extra gameplay stuff and all of that jazz, which I'm going to pop in the background as I'm chatting. We're going to start off from here, going through the menus, see what kinds of stuff we've unlocked through the game. That's generally the last part of this is always the unlockable section. So we're just going to go straight into some of the things we've unlocked. We're going to go straight into collections. In Ha, when it's finally loaded in, you get these for finding files in each campaign, and basically you just read them again in here. Get a nice little display there at the bottom for each character. Chris, not sure. Oh, Star means new. Not sure. I'm pretty sure I haven't read these before. Jake, and of course Ada. It's the last one you get there. So that's just the files you find in the game. You can read them whenever you like. I haven't found many for Ada. Same thing with the cutscenes. As you play through the game, you unlock all the cutscenes, and they sort of build up the storyline as you go along. For some reason, Leon and Ada haven't unlocked any, unless they are way down. Oh yeah, okay, so they're much further down in the timeline. As you can see here. But Ada sort of crosses over with all of them, all of the campaigns, so she'll pop up everywhere. But generally, yeah, you get a good idea of the timeline there. We go into records. This is just basically... Oh, I've only completed 11% of the game. Actually, I played it on normal. And so basically, you get the percentages counts for every single difficulty, including the easiest. I thought it would have stacked. So if I played it on professional, amateur, normal, and veteran would all have done it as well. Same with No Hope. Been rescued 23 times. That was my favourite weapon. 909. Okay. Pistols, basically. Interesting. Of course, they're the most common enemy in the game. Stretching across 3 of the 4 campaigns. And the one they're not in is Leon's. You got your medals you get at the end of each mission. And this is where I quickly played each of the multiplayer bits, just to get some footage for you guys. That's why the stats aren't great there. If we go to play game, we'll see what other stuff we can unlock. So you got your dog tags, which they unlock as you go through the game, and you can basically design your sort of whatever colour you want and all that jazz. The design and whatnot. Got your emblems, you unlock these for doing challenges in the game. Acquired down, not out trophy, so basically the achievements or trophies in the game unlock all of these emblems. And then you've got your titles, which are unlocked by challenges. So land a physical attack 300 times there, and I'll get the next star up on that. Not sure if I have any that are maxed out here. Yeah, have a quick look across. No, I don't think we do. Oh, yeah. So you can so the dog tag appears when you play multiplayer. Each character has their own dog tag. It appears in the top right corner of the screen, and you can design that to look like whatever you like. Extra content. So this is all the multiplayer stuff, which I'll go through separately in a second because I have footage to put up in the background of playing each one of these. Cycle mode. The player currently recommended mode Predator. The players all over the world are in this mode, so it'll be easy to find other players. I tried connecting to this, and it rarely ever works. And then we got the campaign. And you got your skill settings, which, yeah, so this unlocks all your skills you have over there. You can buy these with the skill points you acquire throughout the game. What you do get for completing the game with all characters, though, are all these infinite ammo items down here. But they're quite expensive, and I can't afford any of them just yet. With the what we got, a grenade launcher and Magnum being the most expensive, and of course handguns, sniper rifle, and crossbow being the cheapest. Well, sniper rifle is cheap. This is my general setup for the thing. As Jarvos appear in most of the levels, I've gone for that. If I was playing as Leon or Helena, I would have obviously changed that out for Zombie Killer. Item drop increase, because you gotta love those items. They drop more skill points, which you can buy more of these things for. And firearm level 3, just to do some extra damage. And you can tell the difference. By the end of the game, I got this to level 3. Enemies were getting downed in no time at all, maybe 3 or 4 shots from the pistol. Whereas at the beginning, it was about 12 shots, maybe more. But that's your skill points. You unlock them relatively easily. Chapter select. Yeah, once you've completed them all, you get these little medals next to each campaign. So as you can see, I've done them all. You've seen me doing it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to go back to extra content. And I'm going to whack some footage up in the background of playing each one of these while I quickly explain what each one is. So Agent Hunt can be quite fun. you basically join another player's game. They have to accept you. You can't just join in without them knowing. So they know you're there, join in their game, and you're basically, the whole point of the game is to try and kill the player. You're basically one of the bad guys in the game. I was able to, with help, take down a player. Once you kill the character, that's it, the game's over for you. You have to join another game. While they're continuing, which is kind of disappointing. It'd be nice to just stay in their game and keep coming as a creature for as the campaign goes on, but unfortunately not. As soon as someone dies, that's over, you leave the game. Mercenaries is the same as Resident Evil 4 and 5. You join in, just 2 of you. You might be able to get more. No, I'm pretty sure it's just 2 characters. And you run around the stage, basically taking on waves and waves of enemies, same as every other Resident Evil. Mercenaries No Mercy is you're not working together. You are working together to kill zombies still, but you're also trying to get the most points. Whereas you're working kind of together in Mercenaries with No Mercy, it's eat every man for themselves basically. You're trying to get I'm pretty sure friendly fire's on as well, so you can attack the other guy. Survivors, I'm pretty sure this is just a Slayer sort of mode, sort of like team deathmatch or free for all. Just go around trying to kill each other. We played a quick game of this. I was downed in no time at all. Abby took me down. And yeah, that was over. That's what we played on there. Onslaught, pull off as many. Okay, so this one was quite fun. A bit like Tetris, but Resident Evil style. It's basically the more enemies, the bigger combo you get from killing enemies, the more enemies that spawn on the other character's platform. You don't share platforms. You don't see each other. You're each on your own sort of stage. The more enemies you kill, the more that gets sent over to the other guy, and vice versa. But that does mean they have more enemies to combo to get back to you. So there's a bit of strategy to it. Predator, this is my favourite mode. And I'll whack up the volume on the footage and just let it play through. But it's quite scary when you're facing off against Ustinak, when the other person's playing as them, because one player plays as the Ustinak, and then everyone else tries to take him down, basically, or survive. So yeah, so it's quite intense, as you will tell from the footage. And then Siege mode is take turns, or team of the creatures, and then as the good guys. It's not the best mode. My favourite mode's Predator. It was the most fun. I also quite liked Onslaught. Mercenaries is always fun. Agent Hunt is alright. It'd be nice if it lasted a bit longer, like you kill the bad guy and then that's it, it's all over. Or by bad guy, I mean character in the game, whoever's playing. Then it's over. No Mercy. I mean, these two are pretty much the same game. If you want to fancy a bit more of a challenge or competition, then go for the No Mercy one.
Oh, that wasn't even me.
Survivors, I think maybe because there's just 2 of us, I didn't find it that fun. Because I'm pretty sure it's up to 6 players for Survivors. So with 6 players, it'd probably be a lot more fun. But just 2 people, not all that.
Oh my god, I've got no ammo.
But yeah, Onslaught, Predator. Onslaught and Predator are the modes to play if you want a little bit of fun. And that is pretty much it for unlockables and things that you can unlock by doing certain things. We played. There isn't any sort of extra missions DLC wise. So the 4 campaigns and the prelude is it for campaign. There's no DLC for extra campaign or extra characters sort of thing. The DLC was basically these extra multiplayer stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. So my opinions on Resident Evil 6, it is probably, as a Resident Evil game, I would rate it as potentially the worst one, just because it doesn't feel, apart from Leon's campaign, it doesn't feel like a Resident Evil game. But then even Leon's campaign sort of weavers towards the lower end. I don't know what it is, but it just the game's too action oriented. It's like the Michael Bay of Resident Evil games. Like, yeah, it's good fun to play, and there's, you know, it's full of action and stuff. But as part of a wider story, like you go from Resident Evil 1 through 4 and Code Veronica and that, it's zombies and all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden, all this stuff in China, you're on airplanes, you're getting blown out of the sky, you're running away from, you're getting blown up by tanks, you're running away from massive explosions like Independence Day. It's a bit too crazy. They've gone back to their roots now, thank God. As we'll see in Resident Evil 7, it makes much more sense, which will be the next game I play. But here, as a standalone game, if it wasn't called Resident Evil 6, I think I'd enjoy it a lot more. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had fun playing it with Abby, and I'd recommend playing it with someone if you're going to play it at all. Same with Resident Evil 5, like, just play it with someone. It's so much more fun than it is playing with AI. But as a Resident Evil game, I didn't like it. The story, it's just crazy. Like the bad guy, Simmons, he transforms into all these different creatures, and it's just weird. Like he looks kind of like a machine. but then he's not. And then he transforms into a massive dinosaur in one campaign, some sort of like lion kind of thing in another game, in another campaign. And he's just like, what is he? What is he? And then, but I do quite like, if I had to pick my favourite story out of all of them, it would be Sherry and Jake's campaign, because they're the two characters. Well, Jake's brand is only in this game. I've never seen him in any other Resident Evil game. Sherry, on the other hand, we saw her in Resident Evil 2, and you know, she's been mentioned throughout the entire series, but we haven't seen her again proper till here. And so it's nice to see her and play as her. But I mean, that is pretty much all I can say for Resident Evil 6. The game, it's okay. As a Resident Evil game, I'd give it maybe a 3 out of 10. As a standalone, as a game by itself, it was just called Michael Bay action-orientated monster basher. Maybe I'll give it about 7 or 8. But it just doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't fit the lore of Resident Evil. It's just too much, especially since the game before, or the couple of games before, you know, slow-paced, zombies, blah, blah, blah. And then the games after, it goes back to slow-paced. This is sort of just tucked in the middle, just on its own, just being its own crazy self. So anyway, that is the end of Resident Evil 6. We've taken you through all of the campaigns. We've had fun. Resident Evil 7, which will be the next game, is back to being a solo game. It's not co-op, so I'll be on my own in that one. There is one interesting fact, though, is that on the PS4, it's VR compatible. I have played it before, so I'll know. I'll drop the game. So I know where everything's coming from, which won't be very fun. So I'm actually going to play it in VR. That's going to be interesting. I've tested it in VR, and I got up to the bit where Mia first comes up the stairs, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to save this for the Let's Play, because I had to turn it off. So that should be fun. I'll try my best. Because of the nature of VR, I get motion sick quite easily, so each episode will be about 20 minutes, half an hour. It'll be coming out hopefully within a few weeks. I'll be moving soon, so if I can't get it done within that time, it won't be long after that. So expect it soon. Resident Evil 6. So I'm recording this while the episodes are going up. They're scheduled to go up, so I think there's about a week or 2 left. So hopefully within that time I'll be able to get some episodes ready to hold me through the move, and then I can carry on afterwards. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed Resident Evil 6 and our Let's Play. Been fun playing with Abby again. Hopefully down the line we'll get another game where we can co-op and it'll be all fun. But until then guys, you have a good day, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.